What's kind of interesting of what's going on in like the brokerage, essentially the service world of real estate is you've got people out there that have these very efficient operations, sales operations. They've got, good technology they're using like BoomTown. And then you got these, behemoths over here like the Zillow, the Redfin, and they've got tech, but they don't have it figured out on the boots on the ground salespeople, the operation side, the training, all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make deals happen. What is that intersection, right? Because like it's like Zillow's trying to get over here, the brokers are trying to get over here. Like,
Right.
what's the intersection? What does that intersection
Yeah.
look like? Because ultimately,
I,
if you can figure out that intersection, you could beat the behemoth, if you will, if you could find the intersection before they did. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
right. Yeah, absolutely. And this goes back to what I mentioned earlier, Chris. I mean, it's choice that consumers want. Ultimately, you have to serve the consumer, and the end consumer is in a place where they want choice, convenience, certainty. And I think that being able to offer an iBuyer offer, or something like Homeward's an amazing company that's growing rapidly through cash offers. And I think that the convergence goes beyond just what's happening in our industry, though, Chris. I think it goes into mortgage, title, insurance, and all the other parts of the transaction. And I think that the folks in the mortgage industry are coming after real estate, and the folks in the real estate industry are coming after mortgage. I mean, you've got the juggernauts like Rocket out there in the mortgage space. You got Better, that's about the IPO. I think that what everybody's going after is being able to provide the consumer with choice, but also providing them with a cohesive experience across the transaction. And I think the winner is the one that that's able to do that at scale and provide.
I want to throw an idea at you from a technology perspective. You've got three industry participants in the real estate space, the three major players, mortgage, title, and brokerage. One of the biggest complaints in the industry is communication. And if you've ever done a deal or you know how the world works, the agent's got a plethora of things they have to do. Mortgage company has a plethora of things they have to do. Title company has a plethora of things they have to do. They're each operating out of their own operating system. And it's just there's not enough time in the day for each party to keep each other updated.
Right.
So what is your opinion on some kind of agnostic platform for all of the market participants to create a quasi Slack, if you will, that automatically extracts the task list as they get completed and updates the consumer and each industry participant? Have you looked into that? Have you had ideas about that?
No, I think it would be an incredibly valuable service. I think that communication through the transaction and just being a transaction participant as a buyer, or as a seller, that's hugely important. You don't know who to call. I've been in and around this industry for 15 years, and going through a recent purchase myself, working with my brother and a couple lenders, it's daunting. It's a daunting task, and that's that personal experience just recently sticks in my head, Chris. And like we're looking for ways not only to integrate with industry participants on the brokerage side, it's across the segment. And I think that's one piece that the scale of BoomTown really gives us a lot of, and the quality of the agents that we have within our network puts us at an advantage there as it relates to being able to accomplish something like that. So yes, I think there's a lot of merit to that idea.
All right, man, I've got something bold and controversial to ask you.
All right, shoot.
You're on the tech side. You're not affiliated to any real estate brokerage, and this is going to be very controversial, and you may not want to answer, but I'm going to try to pull it out of you. What are your biggest predictions on the brokerage side from your perspective of companies that you think will, just have incredible geometric growth over the years to come? And then who do you think it will be the biggest surprise that ends up falling in the background? And I don't know, I don't want to say shut down, but like they just become, a non-player. They I don't want to use the word fold or bankrupt or whatever, but ultimately start going on the decline.
You can't ask me that, man.
Hey, maybe you can call out a non-BoomTown customer.
Well, I mean, listen, we have clients from